Okay, let's talk some more, man. Let's talk some more. I know you see me, same shirt as yesterday, but yeah, I like to record all my videos when I have time. Just knock couple of videos out, and then yeah, but you don't care about what I'm wearing. You just care about what I have to say, or maybe you do. I don't know. So yeah, how do I deal with the urge to overtrade? I guess let's even break it down. What is overtrading? Let's say there's two sessions, right? Or there's actually three, but essentially if you're a smart trader, you only have two sessions, which is London and New York. So let's say okay, in South African time, London session is like around 9 a.m., which is like when everyone is awake, I suppose. And the New York session, excuse me, is 3:30 later in the day, in the afternoon. So for some of you, London session might be in the AMs, which is not really ideal. So you rather trade the New York session, which is around 9 a.m. for you guys, or 9:30. Yeah. So overtrading, let's say we're using both, right? You trade you trade London session, you trade like maybe 3 pairs. Let's say you win them. Okay, cool. Then come New York session, you have another 3 pairs or 2 pairs, and you trade both of them. So that's like 5 trades. So let's say you lose 2. Let's say you lose in the London session, and then okay, this is how I understand it. Overtrading is when you're trading way more than you're supposed to, whether it's a win or a loss, whether it's a win or an L. So for me, I try to look at only 2 trades a day. Unless, I guess it really depends. It really depends on, are your pairs playing out the way they're supposed to play out according to your strategy. So if we go back to when I was using TGR's one, I would trade essentially every day, which is kind of still like overtrading, because I'll trade, that means I trade 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 times a week, because it's New York session, it's a London session, and then I still have I have London session and I have New York session. So I'll trade German 30 in the morning, and then I'll either trade gold or, at the time, either US 30 or NASDAQ, depending on which one looked better. So then if I lost both, then I lost more money than I should have. Whereas now, where I wait for setups, that has drastically changed. So I guess it all boils down to your strategy, bro. Like, some strategies require you to be patient and wait, and then some strategies show you that you can trade essentially every day, both sessions, because yeah, it's gonna suit the highs in reverse or suit the lows in reverse. So I kind of didn't. I liked the fact that I was always making money, but I didn't want to always trade every day, because now that, like they say, when you're in the market, you're actually putting yourself at risk to lose money. As much as you can gain, there's also the possibility where you can lose. So yeah, I guess my strategy helps me not overtrade. If I overtrade, then it's just based off my ill discipline, or I'm disciplined. And I wouldn't say I really overtrade. It's like I'll wait for the setups. So I probably won't trade Monday. But if I do trade Monday, then that's because I'm not following my rules. Because I know I'm not supposed to trade Monday, because Mondays are kind of slow. Then I wait for Tuesday. Tuesday comes, boom, I enter the trade, then I can hold it. I don't really have to do anything unless it hits my TP same day and then indicates a new low. Then I could probably wait for that setup the other day. So, and then and keep in mind, not all these pairs are gonna move like that every single day. Sometimes, like, you will have a big push to Tuesday, Wednesday it's kind of fatigued, then maybe comes back Thursday, Friday is fatigued. So essentially, I could be looking at trading. If I trade both sessions, I could be looking at maybe, whereas it went from 10 trades the whole week, now I'm looking at probably like 4, which I'm very happy about, because it means I'm waiting for quality, I'm waiting for the best setups, and I'm holding so I can maximize my profits. And that's what I love about ICC, because ICC makes you patient. It forces you to be patient, because you have to wait for that indication, you have to wait for that correction, and you have to wait for that continuation. So there's no ways that you could just do it. And I'm glad that he kind of removed those videos where you could scalp, because yes, it could work, but then why would you wanna scalp for like a few rands or few dollars where you could hold and get a fuck ton of money? So yeah, I guess that's how I deal with it. Sometimes it be impulsive. Also, how I try and deal with it is like I have these rules where, or how I see the market. You also have to have experience in the market. Like you just gotta know what you're doing and see how the market moves. So I realized this a long time ago, but it didn't really click in my head up until I used ICC. I'm like, oh, you know what? That's why that time I was losing when I made my first withdrawal. I'm like, because that day the push happened. So I'm just expecting the same push the Wednesday or the Thursday. But chances are, price is not going to do that. Price is just going to have that big push for 2 days in the week, maybe 3 times, unless it's like news or something. So it didn't clock to me then. So now with ICC, like, oh, okay, so I have to wait because it's gonna correct. I'm not trying to trade the correction. I'm not trying to trade the reversal because you don't really know where it's gonna reverse. It could reverse at a zone, or could just break it. But that's kind of like risky. Where I wanna enter trades that are less riskier and they have best risk to rewards to them. So yeah, so how I also deal with it is just keep that in mind. Like, okay, but then if I enter the trade, but then it made the big push yesterday, so chances are it's not going to do it today. So let me not trade. But I did that on Friday last week, but that was because I was just greedy. Like I just want to make more money, and yeah, I already made a video on that yesterday. So yeah, so that's how essentially you can deal with it. Just boils down to your strategy. But I feel like for anyone who doesn't even trade ICC, just keep in mind that price is not gonna always push and go to your next. Like it's not gonna make that big push every single day. Sometimes strategy, maybe if you're a scalper, yes, that's fine. Then you can scalp that. Then you can be in the markets every single day. But I'm not really looking to do that. So I guess hence I'll even put ICC in the title. So I just attract people who trade the same way because I want like-minded people who use the same strategy as me. So we get like bounce off ideas and see where we flopping or whatever. But yeah, it just, I guess it really boils down to your strategy, bro. Like if you okay, some people, it's hard to follow your rules, but if you follow your rules and your trading plan, then it's kind of not really over trading. If you can scalp every now and then I guess yeah, you could, if you reach like, if you scalp like 5 times a day or 10 times, then yeah, it would be considered over trading because you're trading more than you're supposed to because price is not giving you the setups. So yeah, for me, my experience, it just boils down to your strategy. And also, because if your strategy says you should wait for these things, then you're gonna wait for those. Then if they get ticked off, then you trade. So if you're a scalper, like I'm saying, then everything gets ticked off, then you trade it. Then I guess you're not really breaking your rules or you're not over trading because it gave you the setup basically. But with ICC, like I'm saying, we have to wait for all these things to play out. Get below that level, get above that level for the continuation. Then you trade, enter, set stop loss, let it run. That's one trade. And you could, I guess, overtrade also if you add on to your winners. I guess not really. I don't even call that because you're just adding on to your winners. It's not like you're entering it because you're really in it. You're just adding more positions. So yeah, it's a little quick video on how to deal with overtrading. I feel like it boils down to your strategy, and you gotta follow it to your discipline as well. So don't force trades. Yes, it might be below that level, but then keep in mind that your other rules. So my rules, like I said, if price made a big push twice this week, chances are it's not gonna make that push to Friday unless there's news or Trump says something. But if it's like a normal week, chances are it made 2 big pushes. It's gonna be fatigued. It's gonna just chill. It's not gonna want to do anything. It might move. It might make that big push slowly. But yeah, you could just rather wait for when it has that momentum to do it. So yeah, a little quick video. I'm gonna go watch Chainsaw Man, last episode of season 2. I fell asleep watching it. But I don't even think I finished episode 11. I should actually check. Yeah, I didn't finish episode 11. Let me just start with this one. I remember, yeah, they were in the room. Okay, yeah, I don't remember that part. yeah, I was at the spot. But anyway, let me go, man.